Okay, I just measured the bangle, and it is not a 6.5, it is 6 3/4. So if you're going to measure bangles, you need to have a millimeter, because the inch is, can't do it right. So if you look at here, you'll see the millimeter is 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, and actually 54.5. So it's actually even a little more than 6 3/4. Okay. Now, if you try to measure it with inches, you'd have to do inches there, and then you would have to figure out this is this to the 1/64. Okay. But usually the bangles, you measure it here, which you can clearly see is 54, and actually bordering almost on 55. Okay. So it's just under 55, which would be 7. Okay. So it is bigger actually than a get this here. It's bigger than a 6.5. And if you look at the chart here, you can see the size. 54 millimeter is 6 3/4. And it's actually a little bigger than that. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that this was not listed correctly. If I would have known it is a 54, I would have known absolutely it's going to be too big for me. But because I was told it was a 6.5, I went ahead and purchased it. But it's not a 6.5, it's 6 3/4, and that quarter makes a huge difference when you need to wear a smaller size as I do. Now most of my bangles are 49s, 50, 51 is the biggest that I have. Now I thought that, I could try, a 6.5. It's going to be a little more loose than I'm used to wearing. But when it's 6 3/4, there's no way. So I just wanted to let you know and show you that absolutely, so you can see for yourself the size that it actually is. So if you're going to be selling the jewelry, you might want to get one of these. You can get this at Lowe's, at Johnson, and they're like $12. Okay, and it'll measure it in millimeters, which is what you want to do usually for the bangles, and then they have inches. Now, again, you're better to measure it in millimeter size to get an absolute accurate accounting. Now, I did have another one of these, but it needed a battery, and the battery just went out, so I had to go buy a new one. This one is better if you're going to be out there buying these type of things, because you don't have to worry about a battery going bad. So you know it's always going to be okay. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to leave you with now. When you relist it, you might want to relist it at 54 millimeters, which is what it is, which is 6 3/4. And actually, it's just a little over that. It's not quite 7, but it's not quite 6 3/4. It's about a quarter more than that, a little bit more than that. Okay. So we need to rediscuss this. I would really like a refund, because I'm not really finding something on your site. I've gone through the pendants and the necklaces, and I've looked at everything on your site, and in this case, since it was mislisted, it wasn't listed correctly, it was a wrong size put up there, I would like to have the refund. I appreciate that so much, and I'll see you online.